Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The American Sim Motor Racing House Designs drivers gonna get out there tonight at Kansas Motor Speedway. We're gonna lay down some laps here tonight. Ominous looking track here at Kansas Motor Speedway for Fright Night here at Kansas. Halloween special. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. We've got a special Halloween presentation for you here tonight. A lot of drivers in the field sporting some Halloween paint schemes. We're gonna vote. We're gonna see who's got the scariest paint of them all right now. Qualifying already underway, and it looks like Ethan Flanagan gonna take top of the speed charts right now. So tell you what, let's go ahead and drop down some of that time and scoring as Marquis Smith gonna go top of the speed charts now. Quick time here in Fright Night 3084, belonging to that 28 Chevy Camaro. Marquis Smith with the top spot. A lot of familiar faces going to be in the field here tonight. A few fresh ones as well. Everybody trying to make a run to grab the checkered flag here at Kansas Motor Speedway. A little dark, a little foggy. Drivers going to have their hands full tonight and Fright Night at Kansas. You can hear a handful of drivers still down there turning in those fast times, trying to lay down a lap here in qualifying. Just about 1 minute remains before we will head trackside for the national anthem and get ready to kick things off tonight. Marquis Smith still quick time here as Bobby Blazer going to jump inside of your top 10. The number 19 Ford Mustang going to slot inside the top 10. Great run there by Blazer. Daniel Jensen just outside of the top 20 with his qualifying time. Joe Wimter as well as Brian Tarnowski. How about Nathaniel Tallman? He's yet to put in his time lap. Carlos Ramos also still down on pit lane. And as the music will slowly begin to fade away, we will have a little clearer picture of how things are going to line up here tonight, rolling off of the starting grid. Over 30 drivers willing to risk it for the biscuit here tonight, trying to bring home a bag of candy in Fright night here at Kansas Motor Speedway. And Smith still top of the speed charts. What a great run there by Marquis Smith. A 30.84 going to put him on top of the provisional pole with a quick time here. That 28 looking pretty. And with a field this big, you're going to want to start up front because it's going to be a fast one here tonight. Only 75 laps in the official race distance for these drivers tonight in Fright Night. We'll see if anybody can dethrone the man at the front, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to do so. That's going to pretty much do it. That's going to be it for qualifying as Marquise Smith takes the pole position. We're going to step away trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And as we get ready to roll off the starting grid here tonight, what do you say we jump a little closer to the track as these drivers get ready to roll off of the starting grid and go 75 laps under the lights in heavy fall conditions? It's Fright Night here in the American Sim Motor Racing. It's the Halloween special. Let's get this thing underway as the bells begin to ring in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup at Fright Night with the 28 of Marquis Smith taking the top spot and snatching the pole position just to his outside. Rolling off of row number 1 will be the 46 of Ethan Flanagan. Todd Cray and Dylan Schultz back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight from Kansas, the 93 of Patrick Dishonor, followed by Dave's Not Here. Row number 4 here tonight in the 19 Machine, Bobby Blazer, followed by the 16 of Derek Moore. Brinson Hunt, Doug Agrabart, right there, going to round out your top 10. Back in row number 6. Indy Casey and Matt Allen. Rolling off in row number 7 here tonight from Kansas Motor Speedway for the Halloween special Fright Night, the 79 of Scott Thomas, followed by the 1 of Scott Bellum. Patrick Collins and John Timms back in row number 8, row number 9 here tonight, the number 8 machine of Josh Douglas, followed by that KRI 91 of Patrick Coro. Jake Anderson and Brandon Devane will round out your top 20. Pierre Thompson, Justin Prater back in row number 11. Row number 12 here tonight, the number 90 machine of Nicholas Wing. Starting in that 23rd position, just to his outside in 24th, you'll find the 60 of Cody Schultz. Patrick Coleman and Daniel Jensen not laying down a time in qualifying. They'll roll off of row number 13. Michael Overstreet in the 39 machine will start inside row number 14 in that 27th position. 28th belongs to the 27 of Joe Wertmer. Zach Miller, Santiago Terez in the 24, back in row 15. Carlos Ramos and Nathaniel Talman back in 31st and 32nd, and rounding out the running order here tonight, the 32 machine of Brian Tarnowski will roll off Shotgun Sally, tail end of the field here tonight as everybody fires the engines. It rolls off of pit lane. We're going to get ready to go. Green flag racing here at Kansas. It's Fright Night. That'll do it for your starting lineup, and we will get set to roll at the front of the field. There you can see dark conditions here tonight. A lot of beautiful Halloween paint schemes. Check out that Gremlins painted up number 28 machine. Love that wrap. How about the Charlie Brown Halloween machine right there in that 22? Todd Cray sporting a little different paint out there tonight also. We do got one driver out there with one of my favorite ones on there. We're not going to tell you who it is. We'll see if you can't figure it out by the end of tonight's race as the pace car gets ready to duck off. Music will fade and engines will come to life here tonight in Fright Night as the 28 hits the gas, and we are green flag racing at Kansas. Give these drivers just a second to begin to make some laps as we watch the battle unfold up at the front. Marquis Smith going to bail from the bottom, and he's going to go straight to the high side. The 22 of Todd Cray with a good restart. He'll take the second position away. Fall in line. Now look to the inside. Here comes the 46 of Ethan Flanagan. He's trying to get back to the second spot down there on the bottom of the racetrack. We've got 3 wide racing all through this field. We're going to try to bring you as many battles as we can, but right now there is a... Whoa, and we got trouble. Ton of action, and we got trouble early here tonight. Caution flag flies here early at Kansas Speedway. Tell you what, let's go see if we can't figure out what happened here. Let's go back. Let's see exactly what took place, and catching it a little bit late. We'll see what's going on in the background. There you can see one driver going around. Gonna see if we can't cue in a little bit more, see who that was. Let's check it out. There you go, the one of Scott Bellum involved in this one. Bellum not going around, but he was battling. Bellum's gonna work his way through. We'll see if we've got another camera angle of this one. Let's see if we can't see exactly what went down. Drivers working their way through the triangle, and 3 drivers fighting for position. John Timms gonna get caught up in it as well in that 6 machine. So trouble early here tonight at Fright Night, and a few drivers going to be behind the 8 ball now. They're going to be deep in the field as we go back up front with your race leader, your pole sitter here tonight, the 28 machine of Marquis Smith, showing the way behind the pace car. I tell you what, why don't we get a little closer? I do believe we've got some great camera shots of some of these paint schemes. We'll see if we can't get a little closer. And wow, I mean, look at the conditions these drivers are having to deal with. I mean, absolutely like driving in the dark Well, it is driving in the dark. No headlights on these machines, just the track lights to try to light up the racetrack. And with all this fog here tonight, heavy fog, as the humidity is very high. And there you can see again, it is just tough to see these machines out there. We're going to switch to a little different camera here. What do you say we go and take a look off of the pace car? Take a look back at this hungry field, ready to drop the hammer once again. We'll get the one to go this time by, and we will go back double file, as it looks to be about, let's call that about 7-8 drivers to pit lane last time around. Looks like most of them will be fuel only. Nicholas Wing going to take some tires. He's going to stay in his box for about 11 seconds. Scott Thomas, Scott Bellum, and Parker Collins all caught up and involved in this one early. They're going to have an extended stay. And, you know, I guess if there's one thing good about it, it's early. These drivers have a chance to try to overcome this, because there is a fast fix, a little bit of a treat for these drivers, because it is going to be tricky here tonight at Fright Night, the Halloween special for the American Sim Motor Racing drivers out there. Multiple different series, multiple different leagues involved in this one. Want to give a big shout out to each and every one of these drivers taking the time to hit the track here tonight under the lights in ominous conditions, trying to fight for the Jack-o'-lantern trophy here tonight. Man, I'm telling you, just look at that field. It is something special here tonight. Over 30 drivers in this field here tonight, and we are ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. Pace car lights are off, and we are ready to fire things off. Look at them Charlie Brown machines looking nice and clean here tonight. It's going to be tough to decide who's got the best paint job, but we're going to take a look around the track just a little bit. Hey, let's go back here. We've got Night of the Living Dead machines also. How about Christine right there? The 127 of Matt Allen. I can dig it. I like it, my man. But let's jump back up front for the restart, as we don't want to miss any of the action. We'll try to bring you all of the battles back through the field as we get ready to drop the hammer one more time. The driver's going to hit the reset button and roll into the restart zone. And we're going to get ready to crank it up once again on the gas, and the 28 fires off. He's going to break away from the field. A little bit of a stack up behind him. You can see a handful of drivers already into the tail end of each other. 3-4 wide heading into turn one. Oh my goodness. Looky here. We've got drivers ready to go, ready to roll, and trying to take as many positions as they can here tonight. Great shot at a lot of these spooky wraps on these cars. I mean, these guys absolutely putting in some work on some of these Halloween themed paint schemes. Big shout out to each and every one of them for everything that they're going to do here tonight. Happy holiday seasons to you. It's ready. It's about that time. But we're not done with the, well, one of the best ones of them all, in my opinion. Halloween. Absolutely love this holiday. Absolutely love to see race cars out there on the track turning in laps, and it looks like we've got a caution. Caution gonna fly once again here tonight. Lap number 7. Caution flag will fly. Looking over at the production guys, waiting for the thumbs up signal. They're trying to find exactly what happened here tonight. The second time the caution flag will come out. Luckily, those pace car lights are working here tonight. Otherwise, drivers may have a little bit of a rough time trying to find out what happened here. Looks like a handful of drivers going to have some trouble. So let's go back there. You can see Patrick Coleman. He's wounded. So let's go check the replay here. 24 and 21, they're both going to come together off of coming down the backstretch, really. So an interesting place to get caught up. Let's go back and take one more look here. And just drivers fighting for real estate. Lose the battle. Is that 21 in Coleman going to be on pit road? Maybe going to be able to get out there quick after using a fast repair. Let's see if we can't see what happened. Go a little further back here. And yeah, we're just Just catching it a little late. But trouble here tonight for a handful of drivers. There's a lot of cars out there on the track. And a lot on the line. I mean, bragging rights. If you can walk away with the pumpkin, the Jack-o'-lantern trophy here tonight in Fright Night with the American Sim Motor Racing League, you've got something you can talk about for quite a while. Marquis Smith leading every single lap here tonight. Started from the front, snatched the pole position in qualifying, and he's been unrelenting at the front so far. Still a long way to go. And I hear you out there. Someone didn't pay the light bill. I think they paid the light bill, but I think they put it on a payment plan. Maybe it's only half power out there. Not quite sure what the finances of the track are, but it does look like a few of the lights are broke. I mean, check them out right there. You don't see any real lights down there close to the track, and there you can see very dark front stretch. And we gotta agree with you as well, Brendan. Spotting from a distance, or I mean, obviously from a distance, but imagine what the backstretch looks like for these spotters. I mean, they are a ways away, and it is dark, foggy. It is hard conditions to see, hard conditions for these drivers that are at the front of the field. I do believe we have an onboard camera shot, and we're going to try to bring you that here in just a moment after we drop the hammer and go back green flag racing. But very tough conditions for these drivers tonight. And ready to go again back down the backstretch. We'll get to see a lot of these drivers roll on by. There you can see them all making their way down the backstretch, getting double file, ready to roll off. There's the 98 of Brenton Hunt. And that Freddy versus Jason, number 98 machine, trying to get you as many of these paint schemes as we can here. We'll get to a handful more of them by the time we are done with tonight's race. But let's shift gears and shift focus back up front as we get ready to drop the hammer once again. Lap number 11 will go on the board. Down and away goes the pace truck, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here at Kansas Motor Speedway for Fright Night. Drivers having some trouble already. Looks like we've had some heavy action. I don't want to say some of these drivers possessed out there tonight, but look at them, man, driving hard. 3 wide off of turn number 2. 3 wide in the back of the pack. There you can see the 33, the 90, and the 128 all going at it. That's going to be 17th, 18th, and 19th on the Speedway. So no place is safe. We've got another 3 wide battle right back there behind them. Just behind Scott Bellum, you can find Brendan Devine and Santiago Tierres. Both of those drivers going at it. 3 wide with Scott Bellum a little closer to the front. Let's jump back up here. Let's go back up front and watch some of the battles unfold as we got 2, 3 wide once again. Front of the field now. 93 Black Rifle Company machine of Patrick DeSauner running in that 4th position, up 1 spot from where he qualified. He's on his way to the front. And the 28 of Marquis Smith almost into the outside wall. We're going to go ahead and drop that timing and scoring. Let you follow along with all of the drivers out there tonight. Find your favorites, see where they are running. There is a ton of drivers on the track and a ton of action. And into the outside wall goes Bobby Blazer. Blazer into the outside wall. He's going to lose some time. And we got trouble. Trouble on the track. We've got drivers upside down. Oh, my goodness. We've got drivers upside down. We got drivers still wrecking here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. There's Nicholas Wing working his way through. Carlos Ramos involved. Santiago Tierres made his way by it. Patrick Coro, Scott Thomas, Brian Tarnowski. A lot of drivers caught up in this one. Oh my goodness, a lot of drivers caught up in this latest incident. Gonna bring us to a crawl once again, but caution flag does fly. On lap number 13, we'll bring the field back to a crawl, and we'll see what exactly happened. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened with Joshua Douglas. Then you see that 8 machine, a little bit of a hook into the 98. Up and around he goes. Christine involved, the 33. Here comes the 6, the 45. My gosh, drivers flipping, going everywhere. Oh, my goodness. Take one more look at this one. Brinson Hunt gonna go for a ride. There he goes, up and over. Best Tony Hawk impression, grinding the rail. He's gonna get smacked and flipped back over, and he's gonna have a rough go. He's gonna be burning a fast fix, I can guarantee you that, as we head back live at the front of the field. Yeah, up into the catch finch. That is never good. He's going to be burning that fast repair for sure, I can guarantee, and it's going to be a long night ahead of Brinson Hunt, as well as Patrick Coro, Joshua Douglas, Patrick Coleman, already involved in some incidents here tonight. That's going to catch a lot of drivers out, and a lot of guys going to be in damage control from this moment on. So I tell you what, we're going to cheat a little bit. Let's go back and check out some of these great paint schemes here. There you can see that 28 machine of Marquis Smith, great Gremlins wrap on that car. The 46 IGP machine just to his inside. How about the Black Rifle Coffee number 93? We've got the good old Charlie Brown machine right here with Todd Cray. There you go. Let's get a little closer to some of these paint schemes, some of these great Halloween-themed machines. Check out the South Park Halloween sponsor number 16 machine. That's a wonderful-looking paint as well. The Blue Oval Ford Mustang, the Blaze Vintage Army machine. We've seen the 39 of Overstreet, Michael Overstreet, right here. Going to come back into your picture. There you can see. Great paint scheme. Absolutely loving that thing. We're going to jump to the back end. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Toyota Camry, or Toyota Supra. I apologize. Looking good here tonight. We'll jump back and look at a handful more of these machines. Take a look at this Nightmare Before Christmas. That's Jack Skeleton on the front. That is a sweet looking machine right there, being piloted by John Timms. Great paint on his car. Let's go a little further back in the field. There you can see it's the Halloween sponsored 24 Chevy Camaro of Santiago Tires with the Halloween paint scheme. Take a little look further through the field. We still got drivers out there with some great paints here tonight. There you can see a fixed up 404 of Dave Cage. How about the little twist on the Charlie Brown Halloween machine? You can check them out right there, chilling under the moonlight. Just saying, little Bob Marley action going on right there, but up with that number 127 Christine machine. Absolutely loving this one. Beautiful paint schemes out here tonight. It's going to be hard to pick a winner. Your top 3 paint schemes going to get a little money. We'll see whose pocket's a little fatter by the end of tonight's race. Let's jump around, check out the Star Wars Episode 3 33 of Pierre Thomas. Thomas right there, just to the outside of Matt Allen. And I want to go back here, check this machine out. This 27 looking sporty out there. Take a look at that. Absolutely wonderful here tonight. Let's go back up front with your race leaders as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. We'll see what the drivers can do at the front. Can anybody make a pass? Can anybody get up and around that? Number 28 of Marquis Smith, who's led every single lap here tonight, knocking on the door of a third of the way through tonight's race. And we're going to get ready to drop the hammer once again. Drivers from the front, now to the back. They're going to have to work their way back through this field as we drop the hammer and go green flag racing once again. Your 4th run night at Kansas Speedway. Great run right here. Battle for that second position there. You can see Todd Cray down on the bottom trying to dig, trying to make up the spot, trying to get it going forward, and a little bit of contact with that outside wall. The 18 of Justin Prater going to fall back through the field. Check out this number 90 machine, though. Absolutely great paint there by Nathaniel Tallman. Tallman working his way on the high side, working his way around the track, trying to gain a handful of positions. We'll go back a little further through the field. Battle just outside of your top 15 as the drivers take their way around the track and put another lap on the board. High and heavy action side by side. He turns up 1 and 2. The 128 of Jake Anderson going to take that inside lane around. Here comes Matt Allen. Don't count out Christine. And man, there ain't nothing better than seeing a Halloween paint scheme on Halloween. Absolutely loving this. Absolutely loving all the great paint schemes. Let's jump back here with Brinson Hunt and that Freddy versus Jason number 98 machine. You seen him moments ago upside down on the track. Fortunately enough, here in the virtual world, we've got those fast repairs and quick fixes. Driver's going to be able to get out there and try to give it their all, trying to walk away with a race win. Still the 98 trying to make his way back to the front. Speaking of back to the front, let's go check out Santiago Tierrez. Tierrez was involved in an early incident here tonight, but now working his way back up through the field, knocking on the door of a top 10. The number 24 looking ahead to the front. The Halloween number 24 machine running to the high side, trying to work his way around the 14 of Dylan Schultz. Schultz not having any of it for the moment. He's going to keep that position. But Patrick DeSalner, I want to say, falling through the field right now. There you can see that Black Rifle Company number 93 was running up there 4 positions inside of the top 5, running in that 3rd position at one time. Just a handful of laps going. We got contact. Boy. Beep coming through. DeSalner going to get a little bump from behind, and that's going to, oh boy, the 41 into the outside wall. That's going to check up the field a little bit. Doug Agrabright right there in that number 41. I believe that is the Night of the Living Dead machine right there. I believe that is the livery, or that is the wrap on that 41. Some of these schemes a little bit tougher to really make out under the, well, without the lights. As we go 2-3 wide racing here towards the front of the field. Not much happening at the front, but let's go back to the race lead because we've got a battle for your top 2 spots. Todd Cray has been able to run down your race leader. And we've got a caution. Your race leader saved by the caution. We got trouble on the track. Looks like Brandon Devine may have had some trouble. Let's go take a look here. Let's see what happened with Brandon. There you can see the 45 already caught up and involved. So Joe Whitmer next on the list. Let's take a look at this machine. The Green Goblin out there. Oh my goodness. And all of a sudden, boom, pap. There you go, just like that. Let's take one more look. Let's see if we can't see what happened here. Oh, and the 98 going to come across the nose, back up the track, and clean the clocks of a handful of drivers. The 6 getting caught up in this one. The 27. Oh, my goodness. Looks like I believe that may be the 98 of Brinson Hutton. Yes, it is the Freddy versus Jason number 98 in trouble here. That's going to be his second big incident here tonight, as a handful of drivers are going to work their way down pit road. We're going to take this brief moment to step away for a sponsor commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We will be right back live here for Fright Night at Kansas Speedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
you to tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as the field receives the one to go. Driver's going to go double file as the Chevy Silverado iRacing pace car lights go out. We're going to get ready to drop the hammer once again here from Kansas Speedway. It's Fright Night with the ASMR. The drivers out there laying down some fast laps. Who's gonna get the treat at the end and raise the checkered flag? And who's gonna get the tricks? A handful of drivers pulling some tricks. A little Tony Hawk impressions. Grinding on the rails, grinding on the fence. Not something you really want to be known for, really want to do, but after the Haul the Wall, Melon Man Ross Chastain was grinding the wall a little bit on Sunday night. Maybe these drivers think, hey, why not give it a shot? But I think he did it on all four wheels, not his hood. But, you know, is the way things go here. Meanwhile, front of the field, Todd Craig takes the race lead after your pole sitter came to pit lane under that latest caution, and will drop the hammer and go back. Green flag racing once again here at Kansas Speedway. 2-3 wide now, back behind Craig. Justin Parker down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get his IK9 number 18 machine a little closer to the front. He's going to move to third, slide up the track right in front of Matt Allen. That's going to move the field around behind him. Big break up here. The 127 at the top of the racetrack. Jake Anderson just to his inside. Anderson trying to take that position away. Things starting to sort themselves out a little bit at the front, but it's heavy, hot action going on back here. They're going to be melting some chocolate if they continue to have this hot action on the track. Close right there. I believe that was Doug Albright. Yes, it is. There's Albright. Down there, Agravite on the bottom of the racetrack. Dickin trying to bring that 41 machine back up through this field. The 97 of Carlos Ramos going to give up a position and back down to the bottom once again as the 404 of Dave Gage into the outside wall. He's going to give his best Ross Chastain impression, but it's not going to work out well for him. He's going to fall a little bit through the field as your front four begin to go single file. Side-by-side racing action still continuing here just outside of your top 20. We're going to move now just outside of your top 10. Let's take a look here as Michael Overstreet has moved way up in the running order. There you can see that number 39 Toyota Supra. We apologize, the Toyota Supra right there just in front of Indy Casey and Cody Schultz. 38 of Zach Miller right there as well, still side-by-side racing in front of them as we've got more trouble on the track. Trouble as Nicholas Wing has some issues. Marquise Smith has issues as well. Let's go take a look. Let's see what went down. 28 and the 90, they're going to get together on the front stretch and up the track. He's going to avoid a handful of drivers, but let's take a look. Let's ride along here with that 28. He'll head back up the track and oh my goodness. Ooh, barely missing that one. That was, I believe, the 21 of Patrick Coleman, barely missing our latest incident here tonight. That's going to be our 5th caution of the evening. We're going to bring things back to the front with your race leader, Todd Cray. When's he going to hit pit lane? How long's he willing to stay out? It's trick or treat, and some guys are absolutely feasting right now. And some guys not really liking the tricks up some of the sleeves of their fellow competitors. And if you know me, you know I've got to do it. He's got gremlins on the outside. Hopefully no gremlins in that machine. Trouble on the track. Strikes your pole sitter. He's going to be deep in the field after a pit stop under our last caution. Caution number 4. That 28 of Marquis Smith came down pit road. He's going to visit pit lane again after contact. He's going to have to bring his car to the attention of his crew. We'll take a look at new race leader in the IK9.com, number 18 Toyota Supra. Justin Prater going to take control of this race. Santiago Tierra right behind him, up 28 positions. Think about that, race fans. This guy right here. Absolutely lights out so far in this 24 machine. And speaking of lights out, I believe we've got some lights out on the track. Tierra with a great run up through the field. There you can see that Halloween. The 24 Chevy Camaro. Santiago up 28 positions. He started in 30th out of 33 drivers. And here you go. Calm, cool, collected here on Halloween night. Can Tierra get the Halloween machine in victory lane for Fright night? I tell you what, if that isn't, I don't know what could be better. I really don't. I mean, that is just absolutely, it's phenomenal. I love it. Taking a look at the 46 of Ethan Flanagan as he makes his way back up to the tail end of the field. A lot of drivers out there trying to catch up. Marquis Smith already down on the way. He's trying to catch up to the field. Doug Agrobright right there. And the return of the Living Dead 41 Toyota Supra. We do have Rise of the Living Dead as well as the Night of the Living Dead out there on a handful of these machines. Check out Scott Thomas's machine. That thing looks like the Grim Reaper on it. I'm telling you what, man, there's a lot going on that paint. And we're going to cheat here. We're going to get you a little closer. Let's take a look at the back end of this machine. Look at this thing. Absolutely. I can't tell if it's fire, if it's demons, whatever it is. That's a little scary. And there it is. Death himself on the front. The Grim Reaper coming to get you here Halloween night for Fright Night with the American Sim Motor Racing. And I'm just going to say care. I hope you don't mind. I just feel a little weird saying the whole thing right there. But, you might be onto something. It's a big field here. So you got to make moves. You gotta take the chances. You got to find a way to the front of the field. And, drivers in the mid-pack, I mean, they're all over each other. But they're all trying to get to the front. There you can see our good buddy Ed Hauk checking in here tonight. No, it's not a demo derby. Might be a demon derby right now. Looks like a lot of these drivers having, I'll say bad karma, some bad juju, maybe some black magic going on out there. Somebody's going to walk away with some voodoo, though, and they're going to collect the Jack-o'-lantern trophy here tonight for Fright Night. Heading down backstretch, we'll go double file once again and drop the hammer this time by. Long list of drivers that have been caught up and involved in some form or fashion of an incident here tonight as we get ready to drop the hammer and put it into caution number 5, lap number 35 gonna go in the bag as we hit the restart zone, and on the gas, green flag flies as the 18 steps away from the field. Santiago with a good jump. He's going to easily have that second position. Let's take a look now here as third, fourth, fifth all over each other. The number 38 also coming up into the mix there. You can see Dylan Schultz, Zach Miller going at it. Cody Schultz right there as well. 3-4 wide, fanning out down the backstretch. Big moves by Daniel Jensen and Dave Gage. There you can see Gage up at the top of the racetrack. That Charlie Brown machine having a little bit of electrical problems as everybody trying to navigate through the front stretch. Close quarters racing down on the apron. Here comes a run from Todd Cray. Make no bones about it. He's going to find a way back to the front, and he is absolutely digging on the bottom. From outside of your top 15 on the restart, now to knocking on the door of the top 10. 3 wide with the 97 up top. And no, they're going to run out of room. The 79 going to go around. 79's going to go around. We watched it right there on screen. Scott Thomas caught up involved. Looks like we've got another driver around in more trouble back behind there. Marquis Smith going to get caught up and involved in another incident. So tough running here mid-race. And there's the contact. Up the track goes the 79 into the 41. The 97 going to get caught up. Dave Gage caught up and involved. Ooh, the 93 of Patrick DeSalter. He's going to catch some of this as well. So the list just continues to grow. Let's take a look and see what happened with your pole sitter here. More contact as the 16 tries to avoid and up into the outside wall. Hard impact off of the 128 of Jake Anderson. The two gonna make contact, and the 28 will bear the brunt of that one. A lot going on, a lot of action here as we past the it is past halfway, past waypoint, the halfway point here tonight. And we'll rejoin your race leaders back at the front. Justin Prater waiting to make his second pit stop. I don't believe these drivers are going to be able to... I don't think they're going to be able to make it on fuel. I think you're going to have to come back down pit road. It's tough. As Chair was talking about, I mean, it's a tough call. Do you put yourself in harm's way right there in purgatory, or do you stay out, on the high side of things, living heavenly at the front without having to worry about anything? Drivers behind them going to be a little bit behind the 8 ball. They're going to be in hot water, if you know what I mean. They're going to have a long race ahead of themselves as we are just over the halfway point here tonight. Justin Prater going to show the way. Santiago Tierrez will line up just to his outside once again. But how about this? I want to give a shout out to these top 3 right here. Prater, Tierrez, and Overstreet up double digits. And when I say double digits, I mean do it twice. 21, 28, and 24 positions gained by those top 3. They all started in the back of the field, and here they are at the front capitalizing on the trembles out here tonight. I wonder if there's any witches out there in the crowd bubbling their cauldrons, putting a little bit of spells on some of these drivers, because we haven't seen that 404 into that outside wall as much as we've seen here tonight. So uncharacteristic things going on. I don't know. Could be all part of how it's going down here tonight. Full moon above Kansas Speedway. So what more could you ask for in Fright Night than a dark, a foggy, full moon night with fast cars on the racetrack? I'm telling you, this is absolutely a great event here tonight. Big shout out to all of the drivers that made the trip to the track. Over 33 drivers rolled off of the starting grid. We've got a little less still out there running here tonight. A few of them going to fall off of the racetrack and back behind pit wall. They're going to be able to enjoy some of the sights and sounds and enjoy some of that chocolate popcorn, some of the kettle corn down there. Enjoy some trick-or-treating in the infield with some of the other fans in the stands out there wearing the costumes as well. I do believe we've seen a Ronald McDonald out there earlier, and traveling around to most of the NASCAR tracks. If you've been to the tracks, you've seen them yourself, the man. That's right, the Intimidator out there tonight, and I believe we've got about 5 or 6 of them just in Section C out there tonight. So a lot of these fans showing some love to the late great Dale Earnhardt. And how about the Jack-o'-lantern man right there? That's the first time we caught wind of that one. I believe that's going to be Dylan Schultz in the 14. No, that's going to be Zach Miller. Zach Miller on the high side of that Toyota Camry. How about the Jack-o'-lantern on the back end of that one? How would you like to get up to the tail end of that machine, trying to push the rear deck lid and just see Jack-o'-lantern staring right back at you through the windshield? Tell you what, we do have an onboard camera shot here with Dylan Jensen, and that's what it looks like. How about that? We do appreciate Jensen and his entire crew allowing us to put some of these onboard camera shots out there in the field. We've also got Scott Bellum back here, also in the outside lane. He's going to roll off in the 12th position. A little further through the field, there's that 41, and it looks like we've got a familiar theme. Everybody with these onboard camera shots running the high side. A little bit different as we head back to the front. We getting ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. Cousin Jess checking in. Good to see you out here tonight. Halloween night. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good trick-or-treating session, and we're getting ready to treat ourselves to some more great racing action. Laying it down on the restart. The 18 gonna fire away, but the 24 not having any of it. He wants his Halloween special to finish with some treats in victory lane. There you can see side by side now between the 18 and 24 will battle for the top spot back into turn number 3. The 90 sitting there just waiting in the wings as the 38 of Michael Overstreet runs in that 4th position. There you can see Overstreet making his way off of the corner as we've got some single file action now. Drivers beginning to sort themselves out. Todd Cray and the Charlie Brown Halloween machine gonna run the high line. There you can see that 22 working that high lane here in turns 1 and 2. Everybody gonna fire down the backstretch. Lap number 43 halfway in the bag. A little further through the field, we still got some hot and heavy action. Let's go back here and check out that possessed Christine 127 of Matt Allen. He's trying to make his way back up through the running order. We've seen Allen way up front early and almost in to the side of Nicholas Wing. There you can see Wing, one of the few drivers running that bottom lane. A lot of guys migrating to the high side right now. You can see that Star Wars Episode 3 M&M's machine of Pierre Thomas. There's Thomas working his way down into turn number 3, but he's going to lose a spot as the 28 digs down on the bottom of the racetrack. 72 of Indy Casey trying to get his Charlie Brown machine up there as well. A lot of action all over the racetrack. We've got battles for the front. How about this? Your top 5. Throw a blanket over them because they're all right there with each other all the way back to Dylan Schultz and Zach Miller in the 38 machine, up 22 positions. Let's take a look here at that 38 as he works his way around the high side as well. High side hustling here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Looks like Fright night is a fast night. We've had ourselves a handful of cautions, but drivers still going at it, still trying to take some positions is Todd Cray. He's looking for the 4th spot as we've got one into the outside wall. I believe that may have been close again. 39 on the high side. A little bit of trouble here. He's going to drift up the track again. Got to keep it out of the outside wall, but trying to hang that right side out. Run the Larson line, or, well, I mean, could be the Watermelon Man line. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, it wasn't. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Did you see how close that was between Bobby Blazer and Todd Cray? I mean, that was all sorts of close. They were all over each other as we've got drivers heading off of pit lane, trying to get back up to speed. And oh, caution flag gonna fly. Caution gonna fly. Looks like Daniel Jensen may be involved in this one. There you can see that number 4 machine of Jensen getting refired and going back in the right direction. We'll take a look here. Oh, and maybe contact there with Scott Bellum, catching it a little bit late. We'll try to back up a little bit with the different camera shot. Let's see if we can't bring it to you there. You can see, yeah, just going around right there. The number 4 of Daniel Jensen going to have a long slide down the backstretch and come to a stop. Caution flag will fly. Jensen's going to get it headed back in the right direction, and we're going to get back to the front with your race leaders. Raider, Tierrez, Blazer, Cray, Overstreet round out your top 5. Dylan Schultz, Zach Miller, Derek Moore, Scott Bellum, and Cody Schultz going to finish out your top 10. So a great run by a lot of drivers here tonight, but a lot of chaos, a lot of calamity. And it looks like, there you go, drivers having to come to pit road. Looks like everybody going to venture down pit lane this time around. Get a set of fresh Goodyear tires. So you know what, race fans, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few more bills. You know how that goes, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with Fright Night from Kansas. And back trackside as everybody going to roll off of pit lane. Your front 3 all remain the same. You might as well call it your top 5. They're all going to roll off back in the positions that they were as we headed down pit road under our 7th caution of the evening here tonight for Fright Night at Kansas Speedway. Drivers are going to get ready to meet the kids in the infield and give them a little bit of trick-or-treating action here in the infield. And with that being said, we do want to remind you about the ASMR season number 6 coming up here in just one short week. Back to the Xfinity cars for the second time. We'll be kicking things off at Auto Club for 85 laps, so mark it down on your calendar. Tell you what, if you haven't already, we'll make it simple. We'll make it easy. Join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love, and as always, drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there to the right-hand side, and you'll get notified anytime we go live 7 days a week. Great racing action all across the country as we hit the pavement and we hit the dirt. We've got open-wheeled modified machines. We've got open-wheeled Lotus cars. It doesn't matter what you like. We've got a mix of tricks for you right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we've got a fast Fright Night on our hands. Drivers out there in these spooky machines trying to lay down some fast times and to walk away with the Jack-O-Lantern Trophy at the end of tonight's Fright Night here at Kansas Speedway. The iRacing Pace Truck gets ready to duck off. There it goes, and here we go. Ready to drop the hammer with just 24 more more laps to go around the track. Back to the gas and back into turn number 1, showing the way. Justin Prater going to sail off into the corner, not getting away from Tierrez or Blazer this time around. Todd Cray right there running in a solid 4th position. And we're going to give you a little bit of house cleaning tonight. I believe a little bit of it is in order here. After 7 cautions here tonight, we've had 33 drivers take to the starting grid. But we've only got 25 drivers left out there on the track as we've got yet another caution flag here. Caution flag going to fly once again as Daniel Jensen has some more trouble. Jensen going to go around in that 4 machine. Let's go back. Let's take a look one more time here. Oh, and big chaos back in the field. A lot of drivers caught up in this one. Oh, my goodness. How did that 127 get through this one? Let's take a look here. And there you can see Matt Allen avoiding all of the carnage behind him. Christine gonna bypass a few victims here tonight. Jake Anderson, Cody Schultz involved in this one. Let's take a look at Anderson as he makes his way off of the corner. There you can see the 128 into the back of the 33. He's gonna catch a little. Oh my goodness! Wow, that was a tough hit. Let's go back here. Let's go on board here with Anderson. There you can see a little bit of a checkup. Go to the dark side, and there's the hit, and whammo. And that's going to do it. He's going to be back on the pit lane, and we'll jump back up front with your race leaders with less than 25 to go here tonight from Kansas Speedway. I don't think we're going to see anybody else hitting pit road. And after that, late contact and some trouble. There you can see, I believe that was the 97 of Carlos Ramos getting himself one of his laps back. Ramos going to now be listed a 1 lap down in the 22nd position. Top 15 drivers all staying out on track, all electing to keep the track position. It has been key. It has been king. And we'll see if anybody can walk away with that full-size candy reward here tonight and park it in victory lane. Speaking of victories, we've got things up for grabs here tonight with your favorite Halloween paint scheme. So if you've got a favorite out there and you've been watching some of these paints, if you've got a favorite or two out there, go ahead and write it down in the chat and let some of these admins and race officials know your opinion. And we're going to give you a little closer view of some of these machines. Let's run down through about your top 10. There you can see Justin Prater in the IK9 Toyota Supra. Back here in the Halloween Camaro. We've mentioned them. We've seen them right here. Hounding you, hawking you, looking, stalking like Michael Myers himself inside of that 24. Santiago Tierrez trying to walk down the race lead. Bobby Blazer in the Blazer Vintage Ford Mustang. He's looking well here tonight. He's going to run in 3rd. The Charlie Brown Halloween Special 22 of Todd Cray, making Cousin Jess happy out there in the chat. He's running inside the top 5. Cray's going to sit in 4th. Michael Overstreet right behind him in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre number 39 Toyota Supra, running well here tonight as well, up 22 spots from where he qualified. So Overstreet, he's got some speed. You might want to watch out. That's going to lead us right here to the Liquid Death Mountain Water number 14 of Dylan Schultz. He's got his fast forward just on the cusp of a top 5. He's going to run 6. Zach Miller and the 213 Simware 38 Toyota Supra, looking good. I like it. I'm digging it. I really like the look of the front end of that machine. I don't know, call me impartial because I do love orange, but Zach Miller looking good. And that, the 38, he'll restart inside row number 4. Derek Moore right there in the South Park Halloween painted up Ford Mustang as well. The 46 of Ethan Flanagan supporting breast cancer. So we always got to give a shout out to any of the breast cancer organizations and any of the drivers representing breast cancer here in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So a big shout out to Flanagan, Scott Bellum, and the one right to his outside. Tough little look there for Bellum as he's got some rear damage. Doug Agberbright right there as well. So great run here tonight by a lot of different drivers. Rise of the Living Dead on that 41. And we're going to jump back outside of the cars and back up near the front because we're going to get ready to drop the hammer once again. And here we go. Pace car down. Wait for it on the gas, and green flag flies once again here for front night. Yeah, and I agree with you there, Brendan. I'm not a real fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I am a fan of that 39. It is looking good out here. Gotta admit, that 22 of Todd Cray looks pretty sweet as well, but sorry, Jess. There's about 3 or 4 of those Charlie Brown machines out here, and I don't know. I kind of like that 404 of Dave Gage. He's got a little different twist on the moon. We'll get back to Gage here in just a second as things heating up for the front. For the top spot, the 24 of a Santiago Tierra going to take the top spot. And he's going to walk away with the race lead right now. The 18 back in dirty air. Once again, the IK918 going to look for the race lead. We talked about it. Let's go back to it. There's a battle back in the pack. Let's take a look here at Dave Gage working his way around the speedway. Great. Charlie Brown, the paint scheme as well. And if you've got good eyes, you'll know what I know. And chilling out there on the hood under the moonlight, Charlie Brown and Snoop. Oh my goodness, the 33 gonna have some issues. Pierre Thompson caught up involved. Dave Gage gonna hit the outside wall as well. Big trouble here. Multiple drivers around. The 4 of Daniel Jensen caught up yet again in another incident here tonight. Things going south very quick for a lot of these drivers now. It looks like trick-or-treating going to come a little bit sooner for some. Jensen, Coleman, Thompson, all involved. Let's take a look here on board with the 21 of Patrick Coleman. He's trying to stay out of it. And right at the last minute, that's a tough one to swallow there. Another look from Daniel Jensen's number 4 machine, almost up and over. That is heavy, hard impact. The 404 of Dave Gage also going to make contact with the outside wall. We'll take one more look at it here. Oh my goodness. And well, the force was not with that 33. The go to the dark side. Star Wars Episode 3, sponsored number 33, Eminem's Halloween machine. Gonna have some issues late, and Pierre Thomas gonna head to pit lane. And that's gonna move us right back up front with your race leader back behind the high racing pace truck again. Caution number 9 gonna fly here tonight. $15 to go. Pit road is out of the question. Unless you're one of the drivers deep in the field, you may want to roll the dice. You may want to see if you can double dip in the candy bowl and walk away with a sweet treat with some fresh Goodyear tires. But your top 10 are going to stay out on track. And we've got a mix of bags at the front as well. I mean, don't get it twisted. Don't get any sour Skittles right now, because I'm telling you, your top, it looks like top 7 drivers all to pit road back at lap number 48. We've got more drivers to pit road back at lap 53, 54 under our 8th caution of the evening. So a handful of guys with a mixed bag for the tire department. I mean, I don't know. Maybe coming down pit road right now isn't such a bad idea. I mean, 75 laps in the official race distance. Your race leader was last on to pit road on lap number 48, so you do the math. Are you done? Are you done the math? All right, well, 11 to 13 lap difference on the tires at this track may have a lot to do with it. I'm telling you, drivers are going to be running that high side of these guys with these fresh 4 good years. They're going to be dropping it to the bottom ding-dong ditch, and they're out of here. They're going somewhere here tonight. Will they get all the way to the front and reap the rewards? Or will the Reaper catch them at the end of the evening? A handful of drivers going to the pits and not going to return. 33 drivers took to the track tonight for the American Sim Motor Racing Fright Night at Kansas, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and it looks like we will have right at about 20 drivers still out there on the track. Daniel Jensen, Pierre Thomas, Jake Anderson, Nicholas Wing, Marquise Smith, your pole sitter. Out of tonight's race, Patrick DeSalner, Nathaniel Tallman, Brinson Hunt, Parker Collins, Brandon Devine, and Joshua Douglas. Finish out the list of drivers back behind pit wall, back in the haulers, back into switching into their costumes. I guess they were just not ready to wear the racing suit here tonight. They're ready to put the costumes on and get back to some candy hitting. And who's going to grab the checkered flag here tonight? Who's going to get rained with candy corn in Victory Lane? We skipped out on the confetti, so I hope everybody down in Victory Lane likes candy corn, because we've got a ton of it, and it's all going to fly here in just about 12 more laps when we drop the hammer and go back green flag racing for the first time here tonight. That 24 will fire things off and lead the field to the green flag. He's had some great restarts. Will he be able to keep Snoopy and Charlie Brown out of Victory Lane? Will Leatherface show his ugly head and chainsaw his way to the front from the third position? I don't know who's going to kill Kenny. Could be somebody. He's sitting inside of that South Park Halloween machine, rolling off in a fourth. That's going to be the 16 of Derek Moore, and we're ready to drop the hammer, and we've got drivers to pit road as well. A lot going on as we come back to green flag here and Kansas. A little bit of a stack up to 39, going to get a shot in the tail end, and more contact and trouble. The 91 of Patrick Coro going to cut some grass. He's going to cut some grass. You're not supposed to do that. He's not going to stay there. He's not going to park there. He's going to move his way back onto the track and try to gain a few positions here by the end of tonight's race. Here comes that 39 of Michael Overstreet down at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take second away from Todd Cray. 22 hanging it high, wide, and handsome right now. Going to keep that second spot. Cartman and Kenny going to slide in to third. He's looking for some cheesy poofs out there tonight. Derek Moore in that South Park Halloween Ford Mustang takes over the third position for the first time here tonight. Moore going to break into the top 5. 39 with all sorts of trouble now. He's got the one of Scott Bellum down on the bottom of the racetrack. The 14 of Dylan Schultz right behind him. Cody Schultz not messing around either. The 60 right here in the mix as we cross the line. We'll have 10 to go. And how about our good buddy Jenikin checking in with us in the chat? Good to see Clark checking in, seeing how everything's going, and Hottie Toddy looking pretty shoddy right now, because he's about a half a second off. Might have to make some pumpkin pie with all the pumpkins on that 22 machine, because they're not going to get to Victory Lane. It doesn't look like they're going to be preserved here. The Fright Night Hall of Fame. He's got enough jack-o'-lanterns on that thing. We'll see if he can raise the one that matters in Victory Lane, the jack-o'-lantern trophy here tonight and in Fright Night for the American Sim Motor Racing drivers. Michael Overstreet still hot and heavy action right here with Scott Bellum right behind him. There's Bobby Blazer in the number 9 in that Blazer vintage Ford Mustang. He's going to try to work his way up through the field. Let's go back, take a look at this battle though Battle outside of your top 15, but still a battle nonetheless. The 28 trying to work his way by Indy Casey. There you can see yet another one of those Charlie Brown paint schemes out in the field here tonight. Looks like Patrick Coro with some trouble into the outside wall. And the bit Warden, number 91 machine, he's going to go to the high side, get the inside lane up, and Bondi Blazer going to walk away and slowly reel in Derek Moore here. Can Moore keep Captain Chaos and his crew in a podium spot? If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Derek Moore running well in that South Park. The Halloween special number 16 machine, Santiago Terres, up in 29 positions. Methodically walked his way through all of his victims into the front. Michael Myers-like approach to the night, and inside of that Halloween 24. Perez looking to step away, and the advantage now almost 1 second. Todd Cray is going to have to find some speed from somewhere, but I don't know if he's got it in him anymore. I don't know if he's got anything left under the tank as we see the 5-finger wave, and we've got a caution. Caution gonna change the approach of the end of tonight's race, as trouble inside of your top 3. Dylan Schultz gonna have an issue. What happened here to Schultz? The Liquid Death, the Mountain Water number 14 Skull Machine, gonna have some issues, and he's gonna have trouble, and he's gonna be heading to pit lane. That's gonna be it. That's gonna put us under caution for the 10th time, and I believe this will put us into green-white checkered territory. And man, how about Blazer and Prater? Both of those guys, they've got the freshest tires in the field, and they will roll off from the second row. This is going to be a hard-fought battle. Who wants the king-size Milky Ways? Who wants it all? Tonight here at Fright Night, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Backtrack side before we drop the hammer and go back. Green flag racing. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
from dark to darker as the fog begins to set even further. We're going to have ourselves a green-white checkered finish to the 2022 Fright Night here with the American Sim Motor Racing League. Oh, what a race, what a night here for Fright Night at Kansas Speedway. It's all come down to this. Drivers will see the green flag this time around. Green, white, checkered, ready to roll. And we've got a handful of drivers that are looking pretty quick. They've got fresh tires. Will they be able to make them stick? Bobby Blazer and Justin Prater gonna roll off on row number 2 with the freshest tires in the field. Gotta go a few positions back, 7th, 8th, and 9th, to find the next drivers in line with those fresh Goodyear rubbers. Will they be able to make their way up through the field and get to the doorbell first? Trick or treat here tonight. Who's gonna get the candy corn in victory lane to eat? We'll have to wait to figure it out. We're all gonna find out together as the field back double file into turns 3 and 4, and let's see if we can't clear it up a little bit. There you go. We're gonna switch to a different camera angle here, get a little better picture at all of these drivers out there still trying to turn in some fast times and walk away with a checkered flag. 19 drivers still out there on the track. It is anybody's game. We could see the big one. We could see a lot go down here. Spells being cast. Which drivers are gonna have the elixir to make their way through all of the voodoo and get away with a checkered flag, dropping the hammer and nailing the loud pedal? How about sending it off of turn 2? Oh my goodness, did you see Derek Moore? Sending it into turn 3 up at the high side. There goes the 24. Todd Craig gonna dig on the bottom, trying to get that Charlie Brown Halloween machine up to the top spot, and he's not gonna do so yet. We'll cross the line. White flag flies. Final lap, and we got trouble. Trouble behind this field, but we're gonna race this thing on out. We're not gonna stop it now. We'll drop the timing and scoring one good time for you. There you can see working their way down the backstretch, 3 wide back outside of your top 5, and more trouble. More trouble as Tierrez works his way through 3 for the final time. Blazer gonna move into second. Here comes a run from Prater at the end, and crossing the line, Michael Myers gonna take off the mask, and he's gonna celebrate. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, Dr. Death coming for some guys at the end of this one, but he's going to skip out. He's going to miss out on Michael Myers in that Halloween number 24, driven by Santiago Tierrez. Tierrez walks away with a race win. How about the run from Tierrez? My goodness, what a show of power and skill late in the race. Old tires. He's going to nail the restart, and he'll walk away with the checkered flag, the Jack-o'-lantern trophy, as he gets ready to throw down a smoke show for the fans in the stands on the front stretch. There you can see everybody dressed up in their favorite zombie costume, zombie-like, out there keeping true to their costume. So great job by all the fans in the stands, and a great job by Santiago Tierrez, able to walk away with the checkered flag. And we're going to step away. Get ready for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside, high above the track, looking at this dark, fogged over Kansas Speedway at the end of Fright Night here in 2022 for the ASMR drivers. What a night, what a run here in Fright Night at Kansas Speedway. And it looks like all the drivers ready to go trick-or-treating themselves. We've got, I don't want to call it denied, but they gave us some quick words. Santiago very pleased with the way he was able to work his way up through the field. Blazer with a great run. Tire strategy definitely key for him, as well as Justin Prater and everybody already off to the haulers to get changed over to the costume party in the fan zone. So we've got some great stuff coming up for your podium drivers here tonight. Great run by everybody through this entire field. What a night, what a run here for Fright Night as things come to a close on spooky season and the Halloween night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do want to say thank you to everybody tuning in here tonight. We're going to go ahead and begin to give you that final rundown, your unofficial race results here for Fright Night, walking away with the checkered flag in the top spot, the 24 of Santiago Tires. Bobby Blazer and Justin Prater are going to round out your top three, with Todd Cray, Michael Overstreet finishing out your top five. Scott Bellum in the one machine going to park it in sixth, with the 16 of Derek Moore coming home in seventh. Patrick Coro going to navigate his way through an early landscaping ride. The 91 going to finish in eighth. The Christine 127 of Matt Allen going to finish in ninth, with Brian Tarnowski rounding out your top 10 here tonight from Kansas Speedway. In 11th, Carlos Ramos back in 12th. Doug Agrabright with Ethan Flanagan finishing out in 13th. Dave Gage in the Charlie Brown Snoopy smoked out machine, the 404, going to finish in 14th. Zach Miller back in 15th. The 60 of Cody Schultz going to finish tonight's race in 16th. 17th belongs to John Timms, with Patrick Coleman in the 21 parking it in 18th. 19th tonight in Fright Night belongs to the 14 machine of Dylan Schultz. Indy Casey back in 20th. Pierre Thompson going to bring that 33 machine home in 21st. Daniel Jensen back in 22nd. 23rd belongs to the 128 of Jake Anderson. Down multiple laps here tonight. The 90 of Nicholas Wing back in 24th, rounding out your top 25, Joe Whitmer. Scott Thomas going to pull in to 26. Marquis Smith early exit here tonight for your pole sitter. The 28 will finish almost 40 laps down back in 27th. Patrick DeSaulner in 28th. 29th tonight belongs to Nathan Tallman, Brinson Hunt, Parker Collins, Brandon Devine, and Josh Douglas round out the 33 car field here tonight for Fright Night. And that's going to do it. That's going to be all for us here in the Turn 3 Racing booth, production booth. We do want to say thank you to each and every one of you out there in TV land. If you haven't already, go ahead, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. With that being said, have yourself a safe Halloween. Stay safe, stay loved, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.